Hi there, we're Beau and Brandy, and currently we're here floating in St. Thomas, doing some much needed repairs to our sailboat.
That is not savable.
Before we head all the way across the Caribbean Sea to Guatemala for hurricane season, which has already started. So time is not on our side, but we can't leave until we get this done.
And this bolt could have been the reason we lost our mast.
We're gonna go sailing! Okay, maybe not yet. We're kind of missing something still. Our boom is still down. We still need to finish the chain plates. There are a lot of things that we need to finish. However, there are 2 storms heading our way right now, and we've got to move from this location. We just want to move a little bit over to a sandier spot, a little bit less ability to drag into our neighbors behind us. We just like to be super safe. We actually just got 46 gusts on our anemometer, and it'll make us feel a little bit more safe to move.
It's over here.
Do you need me to help you bring it up or no? Okay.
We'll kill it.
I already killed it. No. Are we off?
I don't know. Yeah, it's up.
We're moving. Not far though.
Kill the motor. That's what I was looking for.
All right, we dropped anchor, we made it. It was a very treacherous trip that we had, all 0.001 nautical miles.
And we ended up going in front of everybody just because it's really shallow and really sandy over here. So this is the best spot.
Woo, it is windy. Wonder what's blowing now. This is our handheld little device that we showed you earlier. We don't have one on the mast, but I can only imagine if it's gusting 46 down here on deck, it's probably a couple more knots higher up top, but it's nice to have. We've never had a way to read the wind. We've always just been, feels like 30. So nice to have. Now, we have to get on to all of our projects we have to do. So once these storms pass, we can actually leave. This is a very important part of our prepping to leave.
Probably the least important. But I made some keto ginger candies just to help if one of us gets a little nauseated, and they're good digestives. And they're really good.
We won't have them for the travel.
They'll probably be gone.
You'll eat them before then.
Yeah.
But when you're done with this, what's the real thing that you were working on today?
I'm gonna finish polishing the chain plates.
So, recently we've been tearing up our deck for certain different reasons. They've been fiberglass sanded in, all but painted. And that is my job today, to finish that little bit of paint that we need to get on. We were holding it off for some other projects, but those things aren't gonna happen. We're just trying to finish the things that we have to get done before we leave. And painting the deck is one of them.
So we still have a ton of chain plates to take care of. And thanks to you guys for letting me know that I need to passivate the stainless. I didn't do enough research, clearly. But I'm actually gonna do one better. It might be a little overkill. What's that?
Showing everybody your new tattoo.
Oh yeah, I woke up with that. The artist was okay, I guess.
Very professional.
Is it? It's already bleeding. I'm just taking off the chain plates and securing the turnbuckle to the tow rail. That way our mast doesn't decide to fall over while I'm working on the chain plates. And so I can take them all off all at once and work on them all at once. So once we get these chain plates installed, we're gonna be back on our go, go, go schedule, which is chaos. All of our routines are gonna go out the window, except for a few. One of those being AG1. This is the one habit that we're gonna continue with to keep us healthy no matter what we're doing during the day.
Thanks to this week's sponsor, Athletic Greens. This is a super duper convenient nutritional drink packed with 75 minerals and vitamins to help us keep up with this on-the-go lifestyle. 1 scoop or a travel pack in 8 ounces of water every day, easy as that. It's made from the highest quality ingredients, helping boost energy, helping recovery, aid in digestion, and supports our immunity. Everything we need to keep us top-notch sailing the high seas. Sometimes it's not easy getting all of our nutrients in for the day. But by drinking AG1, we know we get all the key ingredients in. And it helps support our adrenal health, our gut health, our brain health, all of our healths. And keeping our energy up is really important to be the best sailors that we can be. So if you guys are like us and want to ensure that you're getting all of your key nutrients in for the day, click the link below and you will receive 5 free travel packs and an entire year supply of these vitamin D drops, which helps support your immune system. I promise you won't regret it. Now, I'm gonna chug this so I have some energy to go do some sanding. Cheers. Okay, now that that's all done, we have one thing missing, and that is non-skid. Where we're gonna paint, there will be smooth surfaces, and unfortunately it's right underneath the mast, and we need that grip in order to stay on the boat, not slip. So I have an idea. I don't think it's gonna be the best idea, but it'll definitely work for now.
Ooh, a little bit of rust. It's got a little pitting on the edge here, but not bad.
So I know I hear you guys. Brandy, you can't just put this beach sand on your boat. What I'm gonna do is actually sift through it. I'm gonna rinse it out. I'm gonna get as much of the fine sand itself, and then I'm gonna bake it, make it dry, and then use that as the non-skid. When Beau originally painted the boat, he put a sand-like non-skid on the deck. I hate it. Don't get it. That's why I wear a lot of jean shorts, because it tears up your bathing suits, anything you set on it. So eventually we're actually going to redo the deck top, hopefully with something like Kiwi grip or a different type of non-skid. So this is temporary. Don't yell at us for it looking ridiculous. We understand that. We just need to cover up the fiberglass so we can get to Guatemala.
And this is why I wanted to check the chain plates, because corrosion happens. And this bolt could have been the reason we lost our mast.
So, some more of the story. Check your chain plates.
Check your chain plates annually. It's been 4 years since we checked ours, and it's 4 years way too long. I should have checked these every year, but I just didn't.
And today's recipe, I get to make grown-up mud pies. All right, there we go. All right. My sand is all ready. I left it out here in the afternoon to let the sun bake because the oven did not work. So don't try that, you guys, if you're gonna do this beach sand method. I'm trying to paint the deck today, and it's very windy, but I've taped off what I'm gonna be painting. So I need to go ahead and actually wipe it down so I can lay some paint down. Beau is out running errands right now, and I'm having a little bit of difficulty right now because my eyes are burning. Something was on my contacts or on my hands when I put them in this morning, and I just took them out and they just will not stop watering, and I barely can keep them open. So hopefully it clears up a bit and I can get through this, because tomorrow it's supposed to rain and I want to just have it done and over with. Oh, and I can barely see anything because I don't have my contacts in. So hopefully I'll be able to do this. Not really sure whose brilliant idea was to do the decks today in like 40 knots of wind. But it's drying really quick, so I put a second coat on and then put the sand right on top of it. So hopefully it turns and sticks. So I'm gonna give it a little bit to set and hope that it sticks, and then I'm gonna run some paint over it. Okay, I'm gonna test out how well this sand sticks to the paint. Ooh, really well. I'm trying to sweep it up, but I honestly think the wind is blowing everything away, so it's helping me. Now I just need to take the tape off and do our paint on top of this sand. I hope it turns out, but again, doesn't matter because it's only temporary. All right, the painting is done. I got lucky, no rain. So now we just have to have it dry. I did kind of throw some of the leftover paint I mixed too much over the rest of the cabin top just in that area, just because I know it's not prepped properly or anything, but again, it's only temporary. So it'll get us by for now. All right, you guys, so now I gotta take care of the V-berth. If you remember a couple episodes ago, we found a crack in the bulkhead up here in the chain locker. So I've got to get in here in sand and fiberglass. So here we go.
Looks pretty comfy in there, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm totally sleeping here tonight.
Happy with your work? Another day and back to the project that never ends. I did manage to get all these chain plates pulled off, and thankfully they don't look that bad. They're nowhere near as bad as that first one that we pulled. I went down the rabbit hole and investigated passivating stainless, and it seems pretty easy. Hopefully it'll add a few years to these chain plates and save me from having to polish them again, which takes forever. But I'm gonna do one step better in between mechanically polishing them and passivating them. But first,
several days later.
I'm halfway through the polishing process. I've already hit all of the chain plates up with an 80 grit grinding pad. I use that basically to take off all of the pitting and any gouges or rust that I saw. Then I hit it up with 120 grit on just a regular orbital sander, and then 400. I now have wet sandpaper, but it doesn't have a sticky back, so I'm using some double-sided tape and kind of creating my own sticky back. Now that the sanding's all done, I am gonna hit it up with some buffing wheels The first one is a sisal. It's like a really stiff pad, and I'm gonna use emery, which is a harsh compound. I guess it's an aggressive compound. So hopefully I'll be able to get all of the scratches out with this. And then I'm gonna buff it nice and shiny with a denim buffing pad. And this is a stainless steel compound.
All right, you guys, you know what I'm doing.
And of course, per usual, Brandy's off swimming with dolphins while I'm hard at work. But it's okay, she deserves it.
Will never, ever, ever get old. That was so cool. I think it's a mom and a baby. It's not the same one that I've swum with before here. He was a little more playful, but they kept their distance, but it's such a clear day out. I was able to get a lot of really good footage of them, but it was a workout chasing them down, but so much fun. I love dolphins. And yes, I'm working. I took a tiny little break, so don't think I'm not working, but I'm editing this week's video. So, back to it.
If any of you guys guessed electropolishing for the in-between step, you got it right. Electropolishing is an electrochemical process that removes material from a metallic workpiece, reducing the surface roughness by leveling micro peaks and valleys, which improves the surface finish. We're doing the DIY electropolishing, so I actually have a 12-volt battery charger, but it's a smart charger, so it can do 6 volts or it can do 12 volt. Because of that, it needs an input, a voltage input, and then it'll actually output amperage. Most industrial electropolish setups will output anywhere between like 100 and 140 amps. We're not pumping out that kind, and we're not doing electropolishing to that degree. We're just trying to get a little bit smoother of a surface than what we could do with the mechanical polishing. We're just basically taking a copper wire with a lug and hooking the negative to it and hooking the positive to our chain plate, wrapping this guy, the copper piece, the negative piece, in a bunch of fiberglass cloth. That way there's no contact between the negative and the positive, which causes a short, which would then like cause an arc, and basically it would damage your metal. We're trying to prevent that. The best electrolyte that I could find on island is this Rust-Oleum rust dissolver. It's pretty high in phosphoric acid, and that is a good electrolyte to dissolve that surface layer. And it works pretty well. I'm sitting here doing it for like 15 minutes per piece, and you can definitely tell the finish is a lot shinier and nicer. Even though electropolishing supposedly is like 30 times better at passivating, we're still gonna soak it in a citric acid bath to add just a little extra passivation. Passivation is the removal of free irons from the metal, which then forms an oxidized layer that helps protect it. And we're just gonna leave it overnight, and then install. So I think that is enough work for tonight. We're gonna end it here. Appreciate you guys watching. Give us a like, thumbs up, comment, hit the bell, hit the subscription. You know what to do. We'll see you in the next one.